It is currently right around 1:05 p.m. on Sunday, November 16th, 2025. I landed here in Southern Connecticut early yesterday afternoon, just before 2 p.m. on the train from Boston, and it is definitely feeling very Thanksgiving-y right now. There are some leaves still on the trees, but a lot of the leaves are down on the ground. I don't get the chance when I'm in Boston to do much nature peeping. There's not a lot of trees or grass where I live. And when I come down here, I'm always amazed at the flora, if not the fauna, of the area. And right now, what the flora is showing is that it is definitely a post Halloweeny, pre Thanksgiving kind of weather. Chilly, kind of gray, very windy, no snow yet, but we'll probably have some snow in the next few weeks. At least I'm keeping my fingers crossed for that. I love snow. I got down here to Dad's place late last night after hanging out with him at his York Street location, and the place looks great, very well organized. Um, it was a shambles over the summer when there was the remodeling going on. It was literally a construction site. You couldn't walk around. It looked like a disaster area, but it has since been very nicely fixed up. Um, I am just down here for support services and providing assistance, but it is always nice to change locations and be down somewhere else. Saturday is never the best day to travel. The trains were packed yesterday. I was kind of wondering if I had somehow gotten the dates wrong, and it was actually Thanksgiving weekend. Literally the trains were filled. I mean, just jam packed. Not sure what the deal is with this weekend because Veterans Day was a few days ago, but you would think that this weekend was a holiday weekend, and it's actually not. It's kind of funny because when I come down here to Southern Connecticut, I'm still an hour and a half away or 2 hours away from New York City. And yet there is a very New York kind of vibe and feel to this area, and also to the architecture and the construction of many of the newer buildings that have been built in this area since the mid century decades, like the 50s and the 60s. One of the features, the architectural features of this building where I'm staying right now, is this incredible, like, super vaulted ceiling that extends like 2 stories straight up. That was I guess, a selling point for this building complex back in the late 50s when it was built, and is still something that just never ceases to amaze me. This is not a giant space. I mean, it's sort of a standard issue living space. It's an ideal place if you have, 2 adults and like 2 kids, or maybe 1 kid. But if you have more than 2 kids in a space like this, it's really crowded and there's not a lot of bedroom space. And yet, the architects and the construction persons who built this installed this gigantic vaulted ceiling for the stairwell, and the stairwell is only just 2 stories. It doesn't go up very high. And it never ceases to give me like this New York City kind of vibe and feel. Like you're in this cool loft apartment with this giant vaulted cathedral ceiling and these tall windows. It looks like something you'd see at MoMA in New York City, like just one of those features that is kind of cool and looks very super modern and post mid-century. We're talking like 60s here. I just love it. It just makes me feel like I'm in New York City. However, there's also been other vibes going on since I got down here, which are the pre-Thanksgiving vibes. So again, yesterday the trains were just packed. It felt like it was already Thanksgiving. The weather is very autumnal, let's put it that way. Feels like autumn. Looks like post Halloween autumn, right? So there's pre Halloween autumn and then there's post Halloween autumn. Pre Halloween item autumn, sorry. Everything feels like pumpkins, ghosts, witches. Everything is very brightly colored. Now that we're like not just past Halloween, but past Veterans Day, things are a little bit less colorful. You see a lot of brown leaves on the trees. All the yellow and red leaves seem to have fallen. And it just feels more Thanksgiving-y, right? Thanksgiving is the very last part of autumn before you head into the holiday season for Christmas, Hanukkah, those are pretty much the two main holidays for the holiday season. Those are the two main holidays for the holiday season. Anything else that was tacked on after that wasn't really the cause for the holiday season as we know it in Western countries. I mean, there could be other holiday seasons like in China or Indonesia or Africa or Middle East, but those are not the holidays that are traditionally driving the Western civilization's holiday season as we know it with Christmas and Hanukkah and Santa and gifts and all that. So, but that's the vibe I'm getting right now, is just that Thanksgiving vibe where all of a sudden you feel like you want to start baking pumpkin pies. And I used to bake a lot of pumpkin pies, actually, just haven't done that in recent years. I don't have a full size kitchen where I live. It's a tiny little kitchenette. It works fine if you want to have cereal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But if you want to start baking pies and making turkey dinners, you might need a bigger kitchen. I've never made a turkey dinner in my current residence, but have made turkey dinners in other places, and I do know how to cook. So this is one of those times when I really want to start bringing out the raw ingredients and making pies and stuffing and things like that and baking biscuits. It's just that kind of weather, and I'm loving this.